laughed off this rumor you said on Capitol Hill that the JAG had been coerced to write this letter.
JAGs, yes.
The officers, the JAG officers. Senator Graham is telling reporters on Capitol Hill that the White House had them in a meeting for 5 hours last night and tried to force them to sign a prepared statement. And he said reading this JAG letter they ended up writing leaves total ambiguity on interpretation. This is Senator Lindsey Graham.
Now,
what's your response to that?
Talk about
it sounds like you're starting to detainee crisis.
Well, wait a minute. I think you need to give an answer.
Well, here's the answer. Here's the answer. The real answer is go back and read the testimony from August.
Was there a meeting?
The testimony, I don't know if there's not a White House meeting, was there? I don't think so. I don't think there was a White House meeting. I do know that they were asked to express in a letter the opinions that they had expressed in open committee in testimony before the United States Senate. I believe it was a Judiciary Committee, maybe Armed Services, in August. I don't know who asked. Ask who. You know, the thing is, if you start going into who asked whom to write letters, I don't know. We can ask each side. Here's the important thing.
You say it wasn't a White House meeting. Were there White House?
I don't think so. I honestly, Martha, I'll
find out. You've got to give us some clarity on that.
But I don't know.
It's been reported that Jim Haynes, who's the counsel of the Pentagon, convened this meeting and got these guys to write this letter, and something that they told people they didn't agree with.
Well, I don't think so, because these would be, if it's possible,
that's not the case.
It's not the case. They were asked to write a letter that reflected their views, and they edited and signed the letter. Furthermore, these are the same people. I honestly don't know. I don't know who asked Colin Powell to write letters. I don't know who asked others to write letters.
But you say you don't know what didn't happen.
Please let me finish, and then you can pick away at the process. These are the same guys who have opposed us on other matters of legislation here. It's not as if these guys are a bunch of toadies who sit around and say, what's the White House want us to do? These are JAGs who have important obligations which they take seriously. I think maybe the best thing to do is go swarm them and ask them. They're generals. There's one colonel on the letter. They're able to speak for themselves.
What about?
Okay, Steve.
Just quickly.